And welcome back to Live in the Hall at Georgia Municipal Association's 86th Annual Convention. We are here in the exhibit hall with all our wonderful exhibitors. I'm Amy Henderson.
And I'm Kelli Bennett.
And I'm Nia Williams.
And we are really excited to bring to you what's going on here in Savannah for this convention. This is day 3.
Wow, yeah.
Losing track of the days.
I thought
so
it was
long.
day 2. Day 3.
Yeah. It's like, and what day of the week is it?
It's actually Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yes, we did have a wonderful worship service this morning here at the convention center. Meeting started like at 8 o'clock this morning with the Metro Atlanta Mayors
Yep,
Association.
we had Hub Cities, and then the clerks are over there, so
That's
over at
right.
the Westin.
That's
so
right.
Great breakfast, even better networking. I was able to pop into some of them, and everyone's just so happy and learning. I'm like, this is really early, but okay.
Well, and that is one thing. It's like everybody's having such a good time. Their energy just feeds us
Yes.
because we need that energy.
Right. Someone's like, how do you all stay up? I'm just like, you.
Yeah,
keep us
exactly.
up.
You are our
Feeding off
caffeine. Keep the energy going. And so, we've got exciting things happening today. Our 6 policy committees are meeting. One of the things that the association, this is also a business meeting for us. And one of the parts of the business of the association is to have the policy committees meet, review our policies, and then tomorrow adopt the 2020. Can you believe it's
Can't believe that.
wow. Policy platform, which will be on our website, so people can go and see what what GMA is advocating for or defending against in the upcoming legislative session. It really is a year-round
Definitely.
proposition these days.
As soon as session was over, they were on the road. We had our listening sessions, and this is kind of the culmination, like that
Right.
exciting part. So
Yeah.
I know a lot of legislators are coming down and
Yep.
to talk and to
I've
speak
seen
with us.
I've seen
so.
several in the hallways in the last couple of days,
Right.
and so and we appreciate that they're very generous to come and speak before our members,
Right.
hear from our members, and take their input and their feedback. So we do appreciate that, and they're
Definitely.
really good to do that every year. And then we have our opening general session today, which is going to be super
That's
exciting.
Yes.
Always my favorite.
Yeah, Kelli, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so we have, it's we're doing kind of like TED Talk style. So I can remember, all of us being together and kind of planning it and then kind of unrolling it, like what we'll do. So obviously Lead to Succeed is the is our theme for the convention, and we have some awesome leaders. We
Yes.
have so Otis White, he's very familiar to GMA.
Right.
He's going to really kind of help us set the scene.
Civic
and then-
strategies
Right,
is
civic
his- yeah.
strategies. So going to help us set the scene and bring out some awesome awesome folks. We have Alex
excited.
Gregory with YKK. He's like Phil Best actually is his mentee.
Right.
Learned a lot about him, so talk about the importance of humble leadership. And then Joan Higginbotham, which is my fangirl
Yes,
moment.
yes.
I wrote about her in school.
That is so
right.
cool. So you're
she
gonna have
is
a total fangirl
Oh
moment.
yes, with selfies, a lot of pictures. So the third African American woman to go into space. So we have her, and then
And what's interesting too is she does have a tie to GMA, and that her
Yes.
cousin Al Outland worked for GMA for many years. So that's just really exciting. It's kind of like, oh, she's part of the
Right.
family,
She
and her
is-
husband
yeah.
is a city council member, or was a city council
Right.
member if he's not anymore.
So, that's good. And then we also have Malcolm Mitchell, who was, former UGA star football player, Super Bowl champion,
And
with
we
a
won't talk
team that
about
we
that
will not
game.
talk about, or who he played against. So, so it's really awesome. Going to come and talk about leadership and do his program, and also has his reading program before.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, that's just
inviting,
really cool.
the kids out. So I'm excited. I don't know. I just
And we hope that people leave here after that session just feeling inspired. I feel like
Yes.
with those 3 amazing
right.
speakers on their leadership journey, there's going to be something for
Yeah.
everybody.
I agree.
You're
I
not gotta
agree.
feel like inspired or encouraged when you leave. there.
Yeah.
Like, just whatever they're gonna say, somebody's gonna definitely take away something.
Yeah, it's going to be so awesome. And I think we're giving away some awards today, too, at
Oh,
the
yes.
general session. So that's, and of course, we can't leave out the parade of flags.
Oh gosh,
Can't
that
ever
is
forget
no,
that.
You cannot.
That's
I'm
tradition.
like every year, cities want to top each other.
Uh-huh.
And, who's going to bring the cutest kids to carry the flag, and then we have our newest team member that's going to bring the flag.
That's
so.
the GMA tradition. Whoever's
Right.
the newest GMA team member has to carry the GMA flag, or not has to, gets the honor
It's an honor and
of
privilege.
carrying
Yeah.
the GMA flag.
I want to say like 2 years ago, Holger ran or something.
Yes.
And so I don't know. Maybe we'll see a cartwheel this year.
It's a production. But it's really exciting. We're going to go and meet some of our exhibitors. I think you're going to take us out to our friends at Consolidated Pipe
Yes.
first. And we do. We have so many great exhibitors. I think it's over 200
Yep.
here in the hall.
Wow.
And they've got so many great solutions and services that they provide to cities. And we're excited to learn more about what they do.
Yep.
So we will be right back with Nia.
Hello, everybody out there at GMA. We're here with Mike, who's with Consolidated Pipe and Supply. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. So, do you mind telling us a little bit about your business and the services that you offer for the cities?
Consolidated Pipe is a full-line distributor of water, wastewater, sewer products, gas line products. It's serving the municipalities, fire hydrants, water meters, so forth and so on.
Awesome. So, can you tell us a little bit about some of the projects and some of the cities that you've been working with and just some of the things that have been going on with you guys?
Sure. We're involved in projects, particularly with water meters right now with City of Bremen, City of Rockmart, and some of the other cities around the state. We have about 95 to 100 municipalities that we service with the water meter and water meter reading systems as well. So.
All right, awesome. And so how do you guys kind of compare with your competitors? Like how do you all kind of compare there?
Well, we strive to be involved with events like this because the cities are our lifeline. You know, it's where we make our living, and without them we can't do that. So we try to be participating in these types of things, and the biggest thing that we stand behind is the service that we provide to our customers. So.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, make sure you all come check out Consolidated Pipe over here at, what's your booth? 600. So make sure you come over here and check them out. We're getting ready to throw it back over to Amy. She's there with Mayor Linda Bleckinger, who is the outgoing president for GMA, and Phil Best, who's the mayor of Dallas, who is our incoming president. Standing with Clay. Clay is with ESG Operations. How are you doing, Clay?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome. So do you mind talking to us and telling our viewers a little bit about who you are and what the services are that you offer?
Sure. I'm, again, Clay Sykes. I'm the principal and co-founder of ESG Operations. We provide city services to about 24 communities, cities and counties here in the state of Georgia. We started doing water and wastewater treatment operations and maintenance of water and wastewater treatment systems, but we've expanded to do public works, natural gas systems, and I think what makes us different is we're employee focused. I mean, our approach is that you can't create client satisfaction with a lot of disgruntled employees. And so what we focus on is building an environment where we invest in our staff. In fact, I think we are mentioned yesterday in the partnership that we have with in Augusta, where we work with local schools and put people in a training program to where when they graduate from high school they have some technical skills and can work in this field. I think the other thing that is that the water and wastewater industry is undervalued, quite frankly. I mean, this is one of the lifebloods of what a municipality and a county provides, and it impacts every aspect from economic development to health and safety and even the fiscal standing of a city. And so we partner with our communities and feel real good about the work that we does really matters and adds value.
That's really good. So you all are definitely a staple, definitely needed, definitely important with different cities. What are some of the special projects or more special projects that you all are working on currently?
Well, we work, I would say at any point in time, we have a number of water treatment plants or wastewater treatment plants that are being expanded. We've got meter reading programs right now. I mean, quite frankly, one of our big challenges is troubleshooting and optimizing meter reading programs, particularly the radio read meter reading. Sometimes there's a disconnect between what's promised by the vendor and then, I mean, what really counts is the revenue that's showing up in the city coffers every month. So that's one of our major focuses as that industry, that radio read industry, becomes more prominent here in Georgia.
That's awesome. And so how do you all kind of compete, I guess, compete with some of your competitors? How do you all differ? How are you all more unique?
I think one of the things that makes us different is that the group that started ESG, we have a engineering background. We all came from a consulting engineering side, and that gives us a step up when you look at the methodologies that we use to do contract operations. So if you think about all the science and the engineering that goes into a plant design, and then at some point that group walks away and hands the keys to the plant or the facility to a group of operators who maybe have never seen it before. I mean, we have just as structured a protocol for facility operations after the fact, after the construction is done, as most groups do, leading into that. So I think it's the combination and the congruence or the coming together of the operations expertise along with that strong engineering background that separates us. We design, build, and operate water and wastewater facilities. I think we have more facilities under operation here in the Southeast than anyone out there. And so the knowledge base that we bring to a client that's looking to try to solve a water wastewater challenge is pretty incredible. The depth of hands-on experience. We're operating 100 facilities across the Southeast. We know the equipment that works, we know the technology that works, and we know all the pitfalls. So that puts us on a different plane than it's hard for me to identify a competitor that has that engineering background and coupled with a hands-on operations experience. So we're very unique in this field.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Clay, for talking to me. Everybody, GMA, make sure that you come out and check out ESG Operations. They're here at booth. What's your booth number? Oh. Doesn't matter. Anyways, just make sure that you're looking. They're right here at the front as soon as you come in, so you cannot miss them. So make sure you come out and check out ESG with Clay. Thank you so much. All right, so now we're going to head down to Play World. Follow me down there. Hey. All right, I see them over here on the right. Hey. All right, so we're over here at Play World, and you can come check them out they're at booth 707, Play World Preferred. And so we're going to talk here with this gentleman in a few minutes. We're going to speak with Nick about Play World and some of the services that they offer over here in a minute. Besides Play World, though, there are plenty of other vendors out here that you all can come out and check out. We've got aisles and aisles of people to come check out. You've got Itabot, Citizen Engagement, Fueled by Technology. Hey, you've got American Public Works Association, PRC, University of Georgia is here. Lots of vendors are here to come out and speak with for your city. Whatever you may need them for, they're out here for you for sure. Hey, Nick. How are you? I'm Nia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we're here to talk a little bit about Play World and kind of what it is, the services that you all offer and provide for cities.
We're actually a turnkey solution, so we actually manufacture the playgrounds, and we install, and we do the surfacing. So we do all three things and sell to a lot of the cities and counties throughout Georgia.
Wow. So what are some of the big projects that you all have worked on in some of the cities that you've been with?
Cobb County is probably our biggest right now. We do a lot with the Cobb County schools and also Gwinnett County. So we're doing a lot of different things throughout Atlanta and then also venturing around the southern part of Georgia as well.
Wow, that's exciting. So what are some of these things over here? Is this like, so I can see this like the fake grass and...
It's different surfacing material. You have the EWF, which is the wood fiber, then you got the rubber surfacing. So you got all different choices for everything.
That's exciting. How would you say that you all kind of compete with some of your competitors, or how would you say that you all are so different or so unique from anyone else?
We're all very competitive, and it's a unique business where we all do get along, and we're talk to all of our competitors a lot. So we're helping each other out, and there's enough around Georgia and everywhere else to go around for everybody. So it's a good thing, good business.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nick. Make sure that you all come out again to 707 to Play World Preferred. Come out and see Nick, speak with him. So now I think we're getting ready to throw it to, another vendor over here. We're getting ready to speak with Roger at the, hey, Roger. Good, how are you? Great. So we're over here at the Carl Vinson Institute of Government with UGA. How are you?
Great, welcome.
Good. Roger and Sarah Lynn. I'm Nia. Hey. So do you all mind telling us a little bit about what you all offer for cities, your programs, just everything about you?
Well, first of all, we partner like this with GMA. I mean, we work to help do the trainings and help put on this conference, and we just love working with you. A bunch of our faculty are here, and they are teaching classes. Yesterday, there'll be some more on Tuesday that they'll be teaching. We do a lot of downtown development work, and Sarah Lynn is one of the specialists in doing that.
Awesome. Do you mind speaking to that a little bit?
Not at all. I'm the Rural Development Manager for Public Service and Outreach. And so in addition to training within the GMA program, we do Development Authority Board Member training. We do the Downtown Renaissance program, which is also in cooperation with GMA. It's a big program of ours and a very successful one. We do the Archway Partnership, so another program that cities are involved in. And we're just glad to be such good partners with GMA. It means the world to us to be as close as we are.
Good. We're so glad to have you. So glad that you all do partner with us. I know that you all do. I hear a lot of people mention you guys and talk about all the different trainings and different sessions and classes that they have to go to. I think that's awesome. It's great.
So, yeah, we're with y'all with the Holtz Training Institute. So
awesome.
Talks about that.
Oh, for sure. Is there anyone else out there that you may know of that kind of that offer the same services as you guys that may, how would you all say that you're so unique?
No, we're pretty unique, especially in Georgia. I mean, because we have an official partnership with the Georgia Municipal Association. So, and that's basically what we do, not just with the Georgia Municipal Association, but throughout the state, is we provide leadership training and downtown development work and technical services for governments throughout the state, municipal governments throughout the state.
We are the land grant institution for the state of Georgia. We were chartered in 1862, and public service is one of the three legs that we engage in. So it's research, education, and public service. And so the public service happens through the cities, right there on the local level. So that's why we're so closely involved.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all the service that you all give to us and how you all collaborate with us. So make sure you all come out and check out the Carl Vinson Institute Government with the UGA. They're at booth 813. So make sure you come talk to Roger and Sarah Lynn. Thank you so much. We're going to head over to PSI with Ben and Matthew. Oh, right across the way here. Hey there, Ben, Matthew, how are you? Good. I'm Nia. Nice to meet you all. Good. So do you all mind telling us a little bit about your services and just who you are?
We're a general contractor. We do contracting and design. We established in 2006. We're a growing company. We just started a design team inside the company. This is our in-house architect, Matthew Cash. And we do municipal, retail, pretty much any building you need.
Awesome. So what are some of the big projects or what's really heavy going on that you all are working on right now?
We specialize in a lot of police stations and fire stations, different renovations and then ground up construction. So if it's public works, if it's animal control facilities, if a municipality has a police station they want to add on to, that's right up our alley.
Awesome. So what would you all say, because there are plenty of construction companies out here, I know you all have probably seen some of them already, how would you all say that you're so different from some of the others?
We're different because most of the design firms don't have a construction component, and then most of the construction firms don't have a design component. So rather than having that animosity that's kind of typical of architects and contractors, we work together, go to lunch together, and then the client gets that benefit of being able to have a team rather than two opposing sides.
That's good. So it definitely feels more close-knit and kind of in the know rather than like, oh, how's it coming? But you more so keep them in the loop. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for speaking with me about your construction company. Everybody, make sure you come check out PSI Construction right here across from 808, I believe. So make sure you come check them out. Now we're going to head over to Hogan Construction, which is right next door. So we're going to stroll on over here, and we're going to speak with Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm Nia. Good. So do you mind telling us a little bit about Hogan Construction and who you all are?
Sure. So Hogan Construction, we're based out of Norcross, Georgia, in Atlanta. And we are a construction company. We build buildings. So anything from city halls to fire stations, police stations, libraries, courthouses, any kind of municipal building. We will build it for you. We will design it for you and help it get into budget. So.
Awesome. So what are some of the big projects that you all have going on? What are some of the cities that you work with, some of the things that you've done for them?
So as you can see back here behind us, I mean, we've worked for a lot of cities in the Georgia area. So city of Flowery Branch, Union City, there you go. We just built the community center over there in Union City. You can see it featured here in the middle of our board. City of Lilburn, Powder Springs, City of Atlanta, Suwanee, Decatur. So I mean, really anywhere in Georgia, anywhere around Atlanta, we'll take care of you.
Awesome. So you guys are pretty spread out all over across the place doing a lot of great work. Exactly. That's awesome. And how would you say that you all kind of, what is it that you all offer that's so unique from anyone else, or what's unique about you?
What's unique about us? I mean, we are a hands-on company. I mean, we like to be involved in the project from, kind of thought to finish. So, part of the design and helping the project come to life, and throughout design is where we really thrive, is, helping a community and a city, take their thought and put it on paper and really bring that project to life.
Awesome. So I'm sure every city that you work with, they just really appreciate your involvement and really appreciate being there for them.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And I know definitely living in Union City, the community center is awesome. So good job. All right, everybody, make sure that you come check out Hogan Construction over here at booth 808 and come see Adam. All right, now we're going to head over to Al Signs. Oh, A1 Signs. I'm sorry. We're going to head right on over here. Hello. You ready to talk to us?
Yeah, ready.
All right. All right, so we're here with A1 Signs with Jason and Deanna. Dina, I'm sorry. So, Jason, Deanna, do y'all mind telling us a little bit about who you are?
We are A1 Signs. We've been in business since 1977, and we are doing a lot of work for cities now. As you can see, we've done a lot of stuff for the city of Duluth, for Norcross, Chamblee, Lawrenceville. We're doing a big project for Lawrenceville right now. And what we have is a kiosk type sign with a high definition small LED center so that cities can communicate with slow moving traffic, motorists, and pedestrians about what's going on in the city.
So
Dina is our designer.
Yeah.
She's
Dina?
She's been with me a long time. She does a great job on producing these designs.
Coming up with custom designs to meet their needs.
And you want to talk a little bit more about what you do or anything you'd like to share?
Well, let's see. I am a sign designer, and I've worked in the sign industry for 33 years, and I have seen it morph into when I started working in the sign industry. If somebody wanted a colored sketch, I colored it with magic markers. Oh, wow. So it's come a long way. So it's exciting what's coming out in the sign industry with the LEDs, and we're hoping to get in with the cities to make kiosks and make it user friendly. That's it.
Awesome. So what are some other big projects that you all may be working on?
Well, we do a lot in the multifamily.
Here in Savannah,
we're actually doing for Duke Realty. We're doing some signage for Port Logistics, big warehouse type thing. We do a lot of construction, new building, logo identification. We do a lot of in the multifamily industry, Columbia Residential, S&S Properties. We go all over the Southeast, putting in their main ID signs and all the amenity signs, stop signs, door numbers, everything from soup to nuts for the multifamily industry. So we basically are a general practitioner of the sign industry. We make most of our stuff, but if we don't make it, we know where to get it and provide that service. So we're a full service company, and we look forward to we look forward to talking with anybody that has a need for a sign.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us about A1 Signs. Everybody, make sure you come check them out, A1 Signs, over here at booth 807. And now we're getting ready to throw it back over to Amy. She is with Mayors Linda Bletchinger and Phil Best. Linda is our outgoing GMA president, and Phil Best will be our incoming president. So we're going to speak more with them.
Thank you so much, Nia. We appreciate it. And it's what great vendors we have here at the 86th Annual Convention of the Georgia Municipal Association. And I am now joined by Mayor Linda Bleckinger of Auburn, who is the outgoing president. So you've been president for 12 months now and been a big time, I'm sure. And then tomorrow, you get sworn in, not sworn out.
I always say sworn out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe both.
Yeah. Phil Best, Mayor of Dublin, coming in as president tomorrow. So, Mayor Bleckinger, let's start with you. What was your year like? What were some of the highlights of being president?
I alluded to it a little bit yesterday, but it was really that even though GMA staff is excellent, I always knew that, but when you're working closely with everybody and you see how on top of the game everybody is, it's amazing. It's a well-oiled machine.
Right.
Everybody's on. I swear it's 24/7. And
it sometimes feels like that for us too,
and I mean, really and truly, it's everybody has their area that they're working in, but everybody's plugged into the whole ship,
Right.
So that's really, it's a terrific feeling.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that from an outsider perspective, because we feel
Yeah.
like we're a real tight team, and
Yeah.
we appreciate hearing that as well. Did you get to travel the state a lot and see?
Yes, I did. But I mean, I kind of already was doing that, so
Right.
it wasn't that big of a difference. But yeah, one of the other highlights I would say was really getting to know the other city officials and
Right.
seeing what's going on in other cities. It's always
Well, and you've had a lot
exciting.
going on in your city
Yes.
as well. You guys are doing
Yes.
some amazing stuff. I love the shops there.
Thank
It's
you.
just really cool. And of
Yeah.
course, we had a board meeting up there, so
Yes.
people got to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
up close and personal all
Yeah.
the great things going on.
Yeah, our renovated building, I was able to have all of you there and
That's so cool.
have dinner there. That
So
was fun.
what advice do you have for Mayor Best for coming in as president?
I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it's an old Betty Davis movie. And she stands in the doorway of the room and she says, "Hold on, it's going to be a bumpy ride."
So what are you looking forward to with this year?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Mayor Bleckinger for the job she's done.
Yes.
And I look forward just to helping to follow through on some things she initiated during her presidency.
Yeah, it's been a
that's
busy
gonna be
year at
fun.
GMA. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really has. So great, and I love that you guys color coordinated. Showing
Oh, yeah.
team spirit.
We
here.
worked on that.
Yeah, well, I called her early this morning after what I should wear.
Well, I want to say, speaking of team, our Mayor's Day conference this year.
Yeah.
When we had the scarves and everything,
Cities
there was
United,
so
yeah.
much great,
Oh, yeah.
energy around that, and I feel like you guys have really kept that going.
Yeah. Well, and I loved seeing it again as part of the theme, Cities United, Lead to Succeed. And yeah, I think that photo will forever be etched in my mind
Yeah.
Yes.
on the Capitol stairway and all of us with our scarves on. And, just the whole idea of cities really coming together and understanding that what happens with my city can affect your city, and what happens in your city can affect my city. And so it is important that
Right.
we're, not only legislatively, which of course is really important, but then it's always sharing the stories of
Right.
what we did, where we went, how we got there, the war
Right.
stories, the good times, all of it.
Sometimes it's therapy. We all come
That's
together
right.
and it's
That's
group
right.
therapy.
That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah.
But, well, share with us, how you got involved with GMA and why.
Well, it's an interesting story. The mayor of East Dublin, Georgia, George Garnto, back in the early 90s, got me involved in the district level.
Okay.
And I became, went through the chairs in the district level. And then from that, I saw what GMA was about and what their mission was, and it was very interesting to me.
Right. Well, and we should note that you're mayor of Dublin, but you were actually on the city council in McRae, correct?
That's right. I was
Before it was McRae Helena. Or
now
Helena
it's
McRae.
It's McRae Helena now, but I was on the council there for 4 years. Moved to Dublin, Seal and I did, and we said I said there's two things I'd never do again: get back in politics or buy an old house. Well, I did bought the old house immediately, and then within 3 years I was back in politics. So.
Well, what would you guys say to other? And we should note too that for the first time, this is the 86th annual convention. GMA's been around for a while. For the first time in the history of the association, every city in Georgia is a member of the association, and that's really important. That's really a cool thing.
Yeah, that really is just stupendous. I was just wondering though, how long have you been coming to GMA conferences?
30 years.
Wow.
That's
30
amazing.
years counting. There was a little interruption between McRae and Dublin, but 30 years.
Yeah.
Has it changed?
Awesome.
Yes, yes, it has.
Just a little, right?
I've been coming 21 years, and I know it's changed.
It's changed a tremendous amount, but all for the good.
Yeah.
It's been an evolution.
It really has been.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. We've seen a lot of discussion, like on our social media, like, well, why doesn't the Municipal Association move their meeting around? And it's like we have over 2,000 people that come, and really there's only 2 places in the state.
That's right.
And Atlanta, we do the Mayor's Day, so everyone likes coming to Savannah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, and some private investor out there wants to build us something really big where we can meet and others can meet.
That would be awesome.
We're all for it, but until then.
Yeah, exactly. So what advice do you give to other city officials who want to get involved, especially I would think at the legislative, because you guys have both been very involved with the legislative issues and been chairs of the Legislative Policy Council, but I think some people are intimidated by that environment. What would you say to them
I'd say the first way to get involved is ask to get involved. I mean, we're looking for future leaders in the organization every day, and they need to ask, and then if they get in and get their feet wet, they figure out it's not as bad as they think it is. I mean,
it's not that scary.
Everybody's just people,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the things that I tell people all the time is, if you want to be involved, be involved. I mean, don't wait for somebody to come and tap you.
Right.
Just start attending meetings, start asking questions, and really make sure that you're plugged in and your city's plugged in, because that's what really, once you start seeing what services does GMA have that can help my city, and you start getting to know the staff and all of that, I think focus first on what are my needs for my city, and then as you're doing that, you can't help but be ingrained and kind of taken up in this tidal wave of
it's a cult.
Cities United, lead to succeed. Second time I said it.
Right. Well, and I want to ask about this because the theme of this convention really is about leadership. And Phil, you introduce us to one of our speakers today who is going to talk about his journey, his path to leadership. So here's my question for both of you. What is your style of leadership? How would you characterize your style of leadership?
I probably would characterize it different than the people that work with me. But no, Alex Gregory, the man you're talking about, has been a great friend and a mentor of mine for many years. And he was actually part of a book, Lead with Humility. And I think that we've got to all figure out, service leadership is about us serving others.
Take the
not
ego.
Them serving us. And I hope that's what I try to do. If I get off track sometimes, I hope people will bring me back. But that's what I think you need to do. Is just, we're here to serve, not to be served.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And for me, I think in that same vein, I always ask myself, what's motivating me?
Oh, that's good.
And if it is, something that doesn't sound good, if I say it out loud, I mean, really, then
so you kind of do that. It's that self-check.
Yeah, it's for the wrong reasons. Yeah. And so, like with GMA and serving as president, I really did. I asked myself, what's my motivation? And I love people, and I can honestly say that. I love people, and I want the very best for them. And so to connect the people of the cities with this great organization is a wonderful thing to be able to do. I feel like I've done nothing but bring good news all year long, you know. That's
Well,
not hard. That's great.
And your acceptance speech last year was probably one of the most memorable. You made yourself very vulnerable.
Yeah.
To the other members, and I think that really resonated. And you really shared kind of your personal story and your life story.
Yeah.
And I think that has carried over, and people really connected
Yeah.
with that. And so that
well,
was
good. That was
it was a very powerful moment.
stepping out
yeah.
for me, but you know, that's what we're called to do.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
I mean,
and I will say I've gotten a sneak preview of some of your remarks for tomorrow, and I think people are going to be really impressed. And I think it is that servant leadership that you speak of that they're going to really hear and feel when they hear you.
And that's the way I was raised. My mom and dad raised me that way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a natural thing.
That's awesome. Well, thank you both so much for your leadership and
Thank you
your
for having
service to GMA. We appreciate it. And we're going to throw it to Kelli, who is at a company that you may be somewhat familiar with, Garbett Construction.
Yeah.
Do you know those guys?
I do some business development for them.
Great. Well, Kelli, take it away.
All right, hey guys, we are back, and we are truly getting the best of the best, literally. So we just talked to Mayor Best. Now we're here with Phil Best Jr. with Garbett Construction. How are you doing today?
I'm great, enjoying another year at GMA.
I know we were talking about it. So you've been coming here since, as a kid, just naturally with your dad since he was on council. But this is what, your 9th, 10th year here?
We've been coming presenting at the exhibit for 9, 10 years, and we enjoy it every year.
Awesome. So tell me a little more about Garbett Construction and some of your recent projects or your bigger projects.
We're a full-service general contractor. We specialize in historic restoration.
Okay.
We do a lot of work for cities across the state of Georgia. We can do new construction, renovation, you name it, vertical construction, we can handle it.
Awesome. So one thing we like to talk about is the little things that set you apart from your competitors. So what are some of those for your organization?
Our niche is historic restoration. We do a lot of work for Georgia colleges, cross-border regents work, we're bringing buildings back, repurposing existing structures, trying to get a useful modern-day use for them. So historic restoration, Fox Theater in Atlanta,
right, wow.
That's our thing, and we enjoy doing it. We're passionate about restoration.
Right. And so let's talk a little more about that passion. So we actually are going to highlight some historic preservation actually in Dublin in our next magazine. But why is that important to you all?
When Mr. Charlie started in 1976, he really set that as one of his goals was to search out these projects and to find rehabilitation opportunities across the state. And he's really kind of set himself aside apart from everyone else. Doing that, I think the skyscraper, we call it the skyscraper in Dublin, the Jefferson Tower project is a prime example of that, of teamwork and everybody coming together to really get a project that has been sitting vacant for years back to a use now, and Georgia Military College is actually using it now these days, so it really was an exciting project for us.
Awesome. No, and I remember when you all had the ribbon cutting and everything, so that was great. So obviously people can come here and visit you in the exhibit hall, but where else can they find you?
GarbettConstruction.com. You can look us up on there. We're on Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Just Google us, and we can definitely get you in the right direction, or give us a call. Reach out to us in Dublin. We'd love to talk to you.
Perfect. That works. Well, thank you so much, Phil. Have a great day. We're going to head over to Barge. We're going to talk to Randy. All right this way. Okay. So you all have already been on this really big exhibit journey. We're going to go one more place. Hey there, I'm going to talk to Randy. Hi, Randy. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Great. I'm great. So tell me a little bit what Barge offers for cities. What sets you all apart?
Well, we look at ourselves as being a firm that's all about connections.
Right.
We're all about connecting the residents to the facilities that the cities build and operate, and it's been something that we've always specialized in, whether it's people to the communities, people to jobs.
Right.
We do a lot of infrastructure work, but we do a lot of facilities, industrial facilities work as well, and everything we're about is the communities that we serve and the people that live in those communities. That's part of our vision, is to improve the communities that people live in. That's really our purpose, our overall purpose, and our vision really is to be the firm that's selected when it matters most, when that key project that has to go right above all else, there can't be any breakdown on anything. That's where we like to be, is in that position. We've only been in Georgia for about 6 years now. Have to admit that we're headquartered in Tennessee, but we had one person in Georgia back in 2013, and now we're up to about 60 people. We also assist GDOT in running their aviation program. So it's been quite a neat ride for the last 5 or 6 years.
Awesome. Well, I guess I can still say welcome to Georgia. You all are still pretty new here. So let's talk about, so you said that community was huge, and I think knowing your community is a big part that sets you apart from your competitors. What is something else that sets you apart, or why someone should go with your company versus another?
The passion that our team puts forth, all the way, really starting with our CEO, and I've worked for a number of CEOs in my career, which is hitting 40 years now, and I've never worked for anybody that just can cast and articulate a vision and do it with a level of passion that is just astounding. And so we try to push that down into the organization, and I hope that I'm able to portray that as well, and we hope that all of our employees can do that. And so we're an employee-owned firm. We over 80% of our employees are owners in the company, which is unheard of. I mean, usually it's limited to 10 or 20% of the staff. And our founders back in 1955 established that they wanted to share the wealth with everybody in the company. I think that's the biggest thing that really sets us apart.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel that top down, like that passion coming, especially as you speak here. So thank you so much. Where can people find you? We can obviously come and visit you in the exhibit, but after today, where can we find you?
Most of us are in Atlanta. Probably, I guess we have now 45 people or so. We have 2 offices in Atlanta, one over in the Cobb County side and one in the Gwinnett side. We have 3 people here in Savannah, and we have about 12, 13 people down in Columbus. Awesome. So it's 60 or so people, and then we have the GDOT program, which is another 15 to 18 people down at GDOT.
Cool, so they can come visit you. And then as far as your website, what's your website?
bargedesign.com.
Oh, simple, to the point. So Barge Design.
Barge, Wagner, Sumner, and Cannon, and
That's a bit much.
It sounded like a law firm, and so we rebranded, and so it's very simple now. It's all around Barge and bargedesign.com.
Well, this is great. Thank you so much. You all come and check out Randy and his team at Barge. We're going to head over to one more vendor. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, we are going to go talk to Jonathan at Georgia First Amendment Association. All right, Jonathan. Hi, how are you? I'm Kelly. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so super excited. Want to learn a little bit more about the association. So if you can give us a brief overview.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So the Georgia First Amendment Foundation is a educational nonprofit organization that does training in open government and First Amendment issues. And within open government, we're mainly looking at public records and open meetings laws.
Right. Okay. So how do cities benefit from that? I know we get coming from the media, I kind of understand that side, but what a lot of benefits come for cities from here.
Sure. So cities, all kinds of political subdivisions like cities, authorities, they're required to comply with the open meetings law and the public records law. So one thing that we can help do is make sure that the records custodians and the clerks who are in charge of making records available and keeping meetings open, that they know the obligations that are on them. So at this conference, one thing that we did was do a co-presentation with Rushi Patel on open meetings, and I was basically the 5th mate, not even the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th mate on this. He was the star of the show, but took questions about the kinds of training that we do for journalists on these things, because one of our animating philosophies is that if journalists can better understand the work of city employees and public officials, and the public officials can do the same vis-a-vis journalists, we'll all be better off.
Right, and that's very true. So I'm glad that you are kind of going out and helping with that training. So outside of convention, when you present, where can they find you, or when is the next time that cities can be educated on this matter?
Let's see, continuously if you go to the website. So Georgia First Amendment Foundation has a website. We also have a Twitter feed. We have a Facebook page. The actual website that we have includes contact information for board members and other points of contact for us. So if you are having a problem and trying to work your way through it and want to come have a conversation or interface with us, we'd love to have you.
Awesome. So you also are very accessible, which is great, especially in this age of the media where, everyone wants a story.
That's right, for better or worse.
Right. Well, thank you so much. You all come over and visit Jonathan and his team. And now we're going to go back on set with Amy. She's with Jason with the Georgia Manufacturer Association.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for introducing us to some great vendors out there. We appreciate that very much. So many, you're one of them as well, but about 200 exhibitors here at the 86th Annual Convention of the Georgia Municipal Association. And it's always my pleasure at this time to talk to the other GMA, Jason, Jason Moss with the Georgia Manufacturing Alliance. So we're talking GMA to GMA here. And
we're not going to do that every day.
Yeah. If we could get Good Morning America here too. No.
Right. Yeah. Then it gets really confusing.
But one of the things I always like to hear about, because it is important to our cities and our state as a whole, what is the state of manufacturing in Georgia these days?
Well, I tell you, manufacturing is exciting right now. It's tough to find any manufacturer that's not struggling to find employees.
Right.
Every manufacturer that I've talked to, I mean, it's really great. The excitement is there. We're building products every day, adding new shifts, coming up with new technologies, bringing new companies back to America, which is a great thing to do.
Right.
It's great that we bring them back, but we got to make sure that we're prepared for them, and that's a big issue, right?
Yeah. And I think workforce development is such a huge issue. I think in just about every industry these days, and I know you and I've talked about this for years with manufacturing that those jobs are not seen as quote unquote sexy jobs. So trying to break through that stigma. But I will share. I've had the pleasure in the past years of being part of your awards committee for your conference that you do every October.
Right.
And one of the things that really struck me when I go and see the people getting the award, to just talk to the people who are attending that, is how proud they are of what they do. I mean, I sat at a table with these folks that, they're B2B, so that what they manufacture, they're selling to other manufacturers, and they're listing everything that their product can be found in, and they're just so excited to share that. And it's, so I think that is, getting people excited about what they're making is cool.
Yeah, it is. It's all the things that we make is pretty amazing. When we talk to one of the first reasons that we got connected is a program that we put together, the Buy from Georgia program.
Right.
And so once a year, we're not a political organization. We don't do any politics. We're a for-profit industry association supporting manufacturers around the state. And one of the things that we found is manufacturers. When you talk to the general consumer and you ask them how many products are made here in Georgia, how many products can you name?
Right.
The average consumer can't name 3 things that are made in Georgia. But believe it or not, we have over 10,000 manufacturing facilities in the state of Georgia that employ about 440,000 people every day. And so there's a big disconnect from the things that we do and we make compared to
what people are aware
of. Right. So we launched the Buy from Georgia campaign several years ago. For the past 5 years, Governor Deal has signed a proclamation declaring July Buy from Georgia month.
Okay, so we're coming up on that.
Right, yeah. So we've already
got
the proclamation from Governor Kemp. We're just trying to coordinate a picture, so that's coming.
Right.
So we're really excited about the continuation of.
And you have a website that they can go to, and they can see what products are made in Georgia. So when you're doing Buy from Georgia month, people can learn about the products and also really kind of be very purposeful in their purchasing.
Right. So every time you go to buyfromgeorgia.com, every product that you purchase on there and you look at, you know that you're helping to support and grow manufacturing in Georgia and support manufacturing families in Georgia. And it's a great opportunity to do that.
That's awesome.
And you'll be blown away with all the stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Because we continue to add things. Oh, and by the way, if there's things that are manufactured in Georgia that we don't have listed on there, just let us know and we'll gladly put them on there. And we run that kind of with a Amazon back end. So you're not buying from us. It's just we're just consolidating all the information and the products that are on Amazon to showcase the stuff that's made in Georgia.
And now you are literally writing the book on manufacturing in Georgia.
Yes. I'm co-authoring a book with Mr. Charlie Post, and this is going to be manufacturing success in Georgia. It's going to be an illustrated history of things that are made in our state. And we're going all the way back to really the cotton days,
Right.
and how that's impacted our state and how it continues to impact. And we're going to talk about the good and the bad. We're going to talk about the great things that have happened,
Right.
and when stuff kind of went away,
Right.
how did that impact the
'Cause,
communities?
particularly like textiles and
Correct.
stuff like that.
Right.
And
So
know,
there's cycles that we all go through.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that'll be exciting. When is that? When do you expect that to come out?
So we're in the process of writing the book. We're expecting it to hit print in May of next year.
Mhm.
So be looking
Okay.
for that. We do have the first half of the book will be really, it'll be all the story, and then we've got an opportunity for some people that want to share their company history
Oh,
in
that's
the
nice.
back. So
Okay.
there'll be some sort of history company histories
That there's
that'll be
the-
sponsored to
right.
help pay for the book and stuff.
That'll be
So
really
if
cool.
you're interested in that, if you go to Manufacturing Success in Georgia, it'll tell you all about the book, how to find out more about it, and if you've got some stories,
Right.
feel free to plug those in there.
And we also want to encourage, our members of the Georgia cities, if you've got a manufacturing facility in your community and you're really proud of what they do, for the awards, talk about some of the awards that they can be nominated for, and
Okay.
and what I love too, it's not so much the companies that you're recognizing, it is the people, it's the individuals who work at those companies. So tell us a little bit about kind of what folks can be nominated for.
Correct. Well, we saw in the manufacturing arena, we've got some, the technical colleges of the state of Georgia and the Georgia Economic Development. Those guys do a really great job in awards program about the small, medium, and large manufacturers in the state. Do a fantastic job, and they talk about the companies and the product and the impact.
Right.
And I went to their team and talked to them a little bit about what they're doing, and we wanted to do a different type of an awards program, so we created the People of Manufacturing Awards.
Right.
And it showcases the folks that make it happen. So we have 2 individual awards. One is the Plant Manager of the Year, and the other is Frontline. And that can be anybody from a machine operator to a receptionist to the custodian to anybody in sales.
Right.
But if you know somebody in manufacturing that's proud of what they do and are having an impact, you can go online and nominate them, and it doesn't take. It only takes 10 minutes.
Right.
And
one of the things too is the impact that they have on their communities. And I know we did a video this past year about the value of cities, and went to Rennes, Georgia, and talked to the Cayman mine.
Yeah.
And just amazing. And just to see what they're doing within the community, being involved with the school and doing, they had a robotics team that, that folks from the mine worked with the local school and had a robotics team that won national championship at this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that they're very involved in the community. It's like manufacturing is not separate from this community in the cities where they work and they live.
Right.
And so I think the awards really kind of recognize that as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're doing on the awards is again, we've got the individual awards and we also have team awards. So we have a team award for operational excellence. So if there's a team that's done really great in improving productivity and that sort of thing. And then we have one on safety. So some companies really focus in manufacturing.
Safety is
that's
very important.
Right?
It's very important in cities too.
Right. So we have those 4 awards. It takes about 10 minutes to fill out online. If you go to GeorgiaManufacturingAwards.com, just pick the category and fill out the nomination. It takes about 10 minutes to fill that out. And it can, and everybody that gets nominated, we send a frameworthy certificate announcing their nomination. Whether they win or not, they're still getting recognized and appreciated for what they do. And we love to give back.
Great.
They said it a million times, babies cry for it, men die for it. Just a little bit of praise and recognition goes a long way.
No, that's great. And of course, you also have your kind of your everyday activities. You guys are doing a lot of tours of different manufacturing facilities, and those are really interesting too, because I think just being able to see, and I would encourage our city officials to try to sign up for some of those, because safety is important in manufacturing, but it's also important in cities, and I think it's great to see what the manufacturing community is doing to reduce risk.
Yes.
And make sure that employees are safe and that things are, that plant safety is big, and to have that culture of safety. And I think it'd be good for city officials to hear about that as well, to kind of take that back, because, we have police officers, firefighters, people in ditches
Right.
working.
Yep.
That risk factor is right there, and keeping
most
that
definitely.
culture.
Yeah.
How do you talk about it,
Yeah.
and how do you, what do you do to really communicate the importance of that?
Right. Well, we're a really active organization.
Mhm.
Last year, we had a little over 3,500 people attend events that we hosted, and we hosted 120 events
Wow.
around the state.
Yeah.
And so
I feel like
we got a
you're
lot going on.
I feel like
Right.
you're in the air as much as you're on the ground these days.
We run on sunshine and coffee, man. We're wide open, but we do have a lot of fun, and we've got a great community, and we'd encourage the city leaders to come out, especially when we are in your town.
Yeah.
Come out and see, and through the month of July, we'll be doing a bunch of tours all around the state. Matter of fact, we'll be coming back down here
Okay.
to Savannah. We've got a couple of tours already lined up. If you go to georgiamanufacturing.com and just click on upcoming events, you'll see a list of all
Right.
the events that are available there.
Well,
And
awesome.
and we have a lot of fun. It's a fun community
Yeah.
to work with, and I appreciate your help with our awards
absolutely.
program.
Yeah,
and getting the
I
message
love
out.
it. I get to be a judge, and I probably have no clue what I'm actually, but no, but I do
You
love
know people.
I know
That's
people,
what we need.
and I
Right,
do,
right.
and I do love just learning what these companies are doing and the innovations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what they're doing as far as environmentally with water reclamation and communicating within their companies. That is something that's always a challenge. Is internal communications. Is how do you keep your employees informed about what's going on? And when you've got manufacturing facilities that are spread out, as some of these companies do, making sure that everybody knows what's going on. And it's really cool to read the nominations and hear what the companies are doing, but also just to learn about the people. When I went to the Cayman Mines, I think the plant manager there has won 2 awards now, if I recall. And I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. I was just like,
Rock star.
I know you. You're cool. It was really fun.
Yeah.
So, but we look forward to following along as you adventure around the state and buying from Georgia for July and
buy from Georgia through July.
I say,
and then the
actually, you
summit.
should try to do it just about every day, but really focus on it in July. Maybe it becomes a habit.
Yeah. Learn about it in July,
Right.
and then do it year round. That's the plan.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for being here and for sharing with us all the great things that are going on with your alliance and the members there. We really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for your partnership
Yep.
and having the opportunity to come out here, guys. We love the other GMA.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah,
All-
it's yet
GMA's
another great
united.
day. Yeah, it's another great day at GMA, right?
It's always a
We
great
ripped
day
that off,
at
right?
GMA. Thanks so much. And we're going to go out to Kelli, who is at APWA.
Chris and Pat of the American Public Works Association. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Hey, Pat.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about your positions individually here with the association.
Right. I am the vice president this year of the Georgia chapter of the American Public Works Association.
And what does that entail for you?
Well, what that is our organization really has 2 primary missions, one being advocacy and the other being education. And that's for our membership. And really our main focus is to provide those things to our membership. And ultimately, our membership provides those added benefits to the communities that they work in.
Awesome. So it seems like a very instrumental part for not only Georgia, but for the state as a whole. Now, what is your position, Pat?
I'm a president of one of the branches. We have several branches throughout the state, and I'm the president of the Southwest branch down in the Valdosta area.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about some of the programming that the association offers.
One of the things we do, as I mentioned, education is one of our primary missions. We've joined with the Carl Vinson Institute through the University of Georgia, and we offer a certificate of public works management. And that really provides an opportunity for some education, because public works, oftentimes we have folks that come through public works and they move up and they gain better positions, but they don't necessarily come through a traditional education background. And this program, it's a 3-year program, a 90-hour course that they go through, so it's pretty extensive, but they get to learn about a lot of different facets of management and government and things of that nature that they may not have been exposed to in a traditional fashion. So that's really one of our primary goals, and that really helps do that. And then, of course, as you go through those things, you make relationships with people and you can network and get to know others, and when you have issues, you can talk to them and really kind of get some good information.
So definitely building a really strong network across the state and learning at the same time. Like who wouldn't want that, right? Absolutely. So I know you also have an awards program. So can you speak a little bit about that, Pat?
Yes. for cities, and especially in the GMA, since you have a lot of city that have great projects that are going on out there, it's a great way to get with your public works directors and ask them to either apply for any type of a project, be it a new treatment plant, be it a roadway. We have different categories, but contact your public works director and have them do that. We also have awards for individuals too. In addition, we also provide scholarships. So these are all different types of things that we have in our awards program.
So it sounds like a really robust program, from the networking and training to the awards. So we can obviously come here and meet you all at convention, but where else after we leave? Where's the website? Can we reach out to different officers? How should we contact you all?
It's very easy. You can go to the website. It's georgiaapwa.net, and so it's a very easy place to it. We also have a Facebook presence, some social media presence, and so that's a very easy place. We also have an annual conference, and we're getting ready to have that July 9th through the 11th, and we'll be just down the road at Jekyll Island. And so if anybody has an interest there, or if you can support your folks to go there, that's fantastic, because it's also a place the Certificate of Public Works Management courses are being taught, but it also provides that opportunity to do the networking, and just similar to this GMA show, it allows folks to interact, and so it's another great way to get more information.
Well, thank you so much, Chris and Pat. This has been great. Look, some public works people, you all come out and learn more about this, and if you can make it to the convention, the conference, that would be great too. Yeah, so we're going to head over to Cody with, right around the corner. Okay, right here. Okay, great. Hey, Cody, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Kelly. I'm going to slide over here. So tell us about PRC. What are some of the services you are offering to cities?
We do residential and commercial bin maintenance and repairs. Okay. We do delivery services, repo, A&D. We try to help the companies to focus on their core business and lower the cost of their operating by keeping the cans in service.
Awesome. So what would you say sets you apart from some of your competitors?
Well, there's not a lot of people doing what we do.
Well, that's good too.
Yeah, and we actually have a welding process. Okay. So we actually can fix previously unrepairable carts. Now we can fix those carts.
Awesome. So we can find you here at convention. Your booth number is 713. So where else can we find you online? Do you have social media?
We do have a website. It's hoodmasters.com.
Oh, okay, perfect. And then anything on social media or anything else you want to tell the cities watching?
We don't have anything posted yet on that. We recently started doing a commercial bin washing, and residential bin washing.
Perfect. So you're just expanding your services, it sounds like. Awesome. So thank you so much, Cody. And we're going to head to Home Depot, I believe. All right. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Okay, not yet to Home Depot. All right. All right, you got City Buy. Oh. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Good. I'm Kelly. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So this one, I love your display. So tell us a little bit about City Buy.
So we are a customer service and citizen engagement tool, and our platform into local government is text-based. So we're trying to be accessible to all end users in every single city and county, and unburden a lot of front-facing customer service folks that work for Georgia's cities and counties.
The cities that you're in now, or is this relatively new?
So we are relatively new, but we just launched in Chamblee, Georgia. Okay. We are also in Williamsburg, Virginia, Salina, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Flower Mound, Texas, Rochester, New Jersey. So we're kind of all over the place. Exactly.
So it kind of walk me through kind of what it looks like, or if I'm an end user, what would it look like for me?
Sure. So we would, with your community, promote a 10-digit phone number out to all residents. Okay. Simply from your phone, you type in hello to the phone number that's promoted, and you receive back an instructional first message. So from then on, you're in the system. So if the city wants to push out any curated information, for instance, if there was, let's just say, a water main burst and there was a boil water advisory, so your city or county could push that information out. But then you can ask questions too, such as when is trash pickup date? When is holiday trash pickup? So it's responsive, absolutely. Our AI technology runs like a Google or a Bing search of the city or county website, and information is returned back to the citizen in real time.
Awesome. This is a lot for me to learn too. So this is great. This is great. What are some of the things that are setting you apart? So I know we have a lot of this AI, artificial intelligence, and some competitors. What sets you all apart?
So, for the moment, we are the only text-based platform of this kind. So there's a lot of apps out there and different reporting modules, all that do a great job. But the text-based platform, I feel like, really sets us apart because everybody has that device. Exactly. And, there are certain people in underserved neighborhoods that don't have Wi-Fi in the phone, that might not have access to a computer. But everybody's got that device.
Well, thank you so much. This has been great. Where can we find you outside of convention?
So we are always online at citybot.io. We're just a click away, and you can get in touch with our CEO, Bratton Riley, or myself in that space.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You have a great day and enjoy convention. Thanks. All right. Stand by. We'll be right back with the Home Depot check presentation. Hey y'all, we are here with Eric with Home Depot, and it seems like we do this every year, talk about this program, but it gets better and better each year, and we also have a surprise. So let's talk a little bit about the program as a whole.
So the program starts off as a 3% annual rebate to the cities. It also allows for each city to participate with the same features and benefits as some of our larger cities. So you'll get 20% off paints and stains. You'll get discounted pricing on volume purchases. We currently have about 100 cities participating. Wow. So we're building, yes ma'am, so we're building some good brand awareness today, getting some other cities involved. Okay. So it's been good.
So I know, so how much money, if you know offhand, was given away in rebates this past cycle?
1 million, no, I don't know.
Wait, you should have seen my face. I was like, wow, okay. So, yeah, you all come over and check it out. But like I said, we have a surprise. So we do have a couple of cities here today that are getting their rebate check in the big check presentation. So I want to bring over some people from the city of Douglasville. They're going to get their check, as you see here. And I'm here with Marsha Hampton, the city manager in Douglasville. And if you want to just talk a little bit about the benefits of the program, I mean, obviously money is always great, but just how you all have used the Home Depot program.
Yes, the benefits of the program are basically it allows us to, as you said, get money back when we make purchases through Home Depot. There's a lot of work that goes into facilities at the city, so we're constantly making certain that we're updating and upkeeping our facilities and our equipment. So when we buy, it just helps to know that there is a return on the citizen's dollar when we're putting money into our facilities.
Awesome. What's some words of encouragement you would give to cities who are like kind of, oh, should we even opt into the program? Or, I mean, it's kind of a win-win, but what's something you would kind of push your fellow city officials or staff to know?
Well, if you're already spending at Home Depot, if you're not doing it, you're leaving money on the table.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. So congratulations. Thank you so much, Eric. I know we got some photos we're going to take here. And the mayor, thank you all for being for the check presentation. So we're going to let them take their photos, and we're going to head on over to Compton with Craig, all right? All righty. Hey, Craig. Hey again. Good.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
We're going to move around here. I know we got a lot going on over here in the booth, and I'm super excited. So tell me about the company and what you all offer to cities.
Well, we're Compound Playgrounds. We're the largest playground manufacturer in the world. We install them all over the world, and I handle the Georgia area here locally. So we're building a lot of playgrounds in Brookhaven and all the cities around.
Okay, awesome. So I know you mentioned Brookhaven. Are there some other cities examples or some really exciting projects you're working on, or are they all hush-hush?
No, they're not all hush-hush. We're doing Cook Park right now, just around the corner from Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, wow.
And it's a Trust for Public Land piece, and it's going to be huge.
Okay.
We finished the Home Depot backyard at Mercedes-Benz. Wow. That playground is us.
Beautiful, right.
And then if you haven't seen it, one of the most gorgeous ones is the Westminster School in Atlanta there. That was an enormous playground.
Right. So let's talk about obviously you said you're the largest, so you're doing something right. So what sets you apart from your competitors?
Well, I think a couple of things. We're the only people that actually have a play institute where we study play. Wow. Everything that we do when we manufacture equipment, we actually get little kids with GoPro helmets and the whole deal. We have child psychologists, and we actually study how they interact and use play. And we really try to focus around three main components. That's you need to learn something every time you play, even though the kids don't know that they're learning. They need physicality, but most importantly, they need social interaction. It's one of the few places where we're all created equal is the playground.
It's the playground. That's really cool. If you all ever have a job opening for a scientist who wants to learn how to play, I am here.
We'd love to have you.
Now let's talk. After convention, where can people find you?
We're on the web. We're in any of the social media. Our U.S. headquarters is Austin, Texas, and we ship out of there. But our home headquarters is Odense, Denmark.
Wow, that is awesome. So worldwide, literally.
Exactly, and that's why you see a lot of European influence on a lot of our equipment. We're the first to introduce a lot of the different standards that you see. All of our rope structures, we actually invented that rope structure type. That you're seeing a lot of other people get now.
Right. Very, very impressive. Well, you all come over and check out Craig and his team. We're going to go to Mini Waste Industries. All right, thank you so much, Craig. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
All righty, we are going to, oh, we're right here. Okay, hey, how are you? I'm Kelly.
Hey, Mandy Renaud.
Nice to meet you, Mandy. Let's talk a little bit about what you all offer to cities.
So we offer municipal government, and we do the residential, the commercial, the roll-off, and industrial services.
Okay. And I know you have some competitors. So
We
what
do.
sets you apart from them?
Sets us apart is we're local. We have all of our local management here.
Oh, good.
We have all of our local teams going out to our municipalities and visiting them. Our GMs touching base with them. So we're a local company, even though we're a corporation.
Right. Now, who do you have here with you today that we can come and check out?
Sure.
You got,
General manager team.
yeah.
John is our development.
Hey, John. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And so you're here locally, right?
Correct. I'm with Taylor County Landfill and just outside of Butler, Georgia.
Okay, awesome. We got Roy. Hey, Roy, how are you? Good to meet you. Let's see, we have Jesse too? Yes. Okay, hey, nice to meet you. Just wanted everyone to see this great looking team that we have here and that you all can come and visit. What are some things that you want cities to know directly?
So we want cities to know that we may not always have the best price, but we've got the best service. We're able to respond immediately. We've got teams here locally on the ground, offices locally, so we can respond quickly.
Okay, perfect. Now, where can we find you outside of convention? Like on the web, Facebook, social media?
All the above, yeah, wasteindustries.com. We're actually just about to have a branding change, so GFL Environmental will be our new name.
Oh, wow, big things coming for you all. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, team. It's been great. Yeah. All right, not sure where we're going next. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe we're going to go ahead and go back on set.
All right, so we're back out here on the floor, and we are out here with EOM Operations. How are you guys? Good. So do you mind talking to us a little bit about your services and what it is that you offer for cities?
Sure.
So we're a public works company. We offer anything that a city or county would do in-house: water, wastewater, stormwater, fleet, anything that cities operate and do on their own. We partner with them and create some efficiencies for them.
And so what are some big projects that you all are working on, or what are some of the things that you all kind of want to share with us about what you're doing?
So right now we're working with some of our local cities, be it Richmond Hill, Georgia, Pooler, Effingham County, some of the cities within Effingham County, and the surrounding areas. So we provide some engineering consulting, public works operations, and also construction. So we basically insource a lot of our activities for the cities. So.
Awesome. And so what is it kind of that you all do that sets you apart from other people in your network?
We're all about efficiency, and how do we maximize the efficiency and the efforts of cities and counties, and how do we save them money? How they look back a few years from now and say, this is the best thing we've ever done. And so it makes me proud to be a part of a team like this that's all about how do we help cities and counties.
That's awesome. I know everybody loves to save some money, so I know everybody who works with y'all definitely appreciate it. So make sure you all come out and check out EOM Operations here with Lamar, Bree, and Stanley. So make sure you come check them out. We're getting ready to head over now to the Georgia Airport Association. We're going to talk with Jim. All right, so we're heading down this way. All right, here we are on the corner. They're over here at booth, I think this is 804. So here with the Georgia Airports Association, we're getting ready to speak with Jim, just kind of about what they have going on in their different services to offer. So also make sure you come check their table out. They have some little goodies on the table. They have some stuff from Savannah's Candy Kitchen, some Gophers. They have some cookies and lots of little flyers and things for you to check out about them and get to know them a little bit better, for sure.
Jim, they need
You're fine. You're fine. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Well, how are you doing?
Good. I'm good. So do you mind sharing with us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you offer as far as your services?
Well, we're a Georgia Airports Association, and we represent all the airports in Georgia, but especially our members. We have there's 103 airports in Georgia, and about 65 of them or so are members of our association. And we retain a lobbyist, so during the legislative session, we're very active in any legislation that may impact airports throughout the state of Georgia. And we encourage all the airports to become a member of our association because we want to do even more than what we're able to do now. And then we also have several engineering and consulting firms are members of our association because we all have to have consultants. And then we have a conference. Our annual conference and expo is in September of this year at Jekyll Island at the Jekyll Island Conference Center. It's a very nice venue. If you have any of your viewers that would like to join us, GeorgiaAirportAssociation.org is our website, and it has more information about that about the conference. And we have about 350 people, and airport people are really good people. We have a lot of fun together, but we're serious about what we do. And it's all about developing airports throughout Georgia, but we're very tight. It's a very good networking organization, and so our members enjoy resources. Send out one email, and it goes out to all the airports that are members. It's because a lot of times an issue that an airport manager may be having, somebody else has probably had the same or similar issue, and there's some instant help right there at no charge.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a great thing that you have going. Well, thank you so much for talking with us, Jim. And definitely love the spread and the layout that you guys have going on.
Yes. So here's for conference right here. This is for the conference, and so we would love to. Like I said, if any of your viewers are interested, we'd love to have them there.
Sure. And is there another way that that they can contact you, either like email or website?
Our website is GeorgiaAirports.org. GeorgiaAirports.org, and we'll be glad to provide any information you might would like about our association.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jim, for speaking with us. So, everybody at GMA, make sure that you come out and check out Georgia Airports Association. They're right here on the corner over here by Live in the Hall, so you'll see them right behind us. So, we're going to be back with more. When we come back, we're going to talk with Moreland Altabelli. Oh, we're getting ready to head over to them now. All right. And they're right here on the corner, so as soon as you walk in, you literally can't miss them. Hey, who am I talking to over here?
The people that are not running away from the
You should have threw them in.
Yeah, really. People are going like this.
All right, so we're here with Moreland Altabelli, standing here with Todd. How are you, Todd?
I'm doing great.
Good. So do you mind, you all have been here a very long time. Every year I see you guys. I think I've talked to you guys. So do you mind sharing with us and just kind of refreshing maybe some of our new people and letting people know who you are and what services you offer?
Right. Moreland Altabelli's been around for a long time. Started in 1987, founded by Tom Moreland. But Moreland Altabelli is going through a lot of changes. Mr. Moreland sold the company in 2017, and we're going to change our name to Atlas Company. So that's going to happen toward the end of the year. But right now, we're still the same Moreland Altabelli that all these local governments have known before. Provide full services from soup to nuts on everything that we do, from engineering design to construction inspection to plan preparation to construction bid documents. You name it, we do it.
Wow, and what are some of the big projects, I guess, that you guys are working on in some of the cities that you're with?
Well, on the design side, one of the biggest projects we work on is everybody in Georgia probably drives through the I-1675 interchange in Macon, Georgia. So that design, and it's all under construction today, but that design was being done by Moreland Altabelli. We do a lot of projects in the Atlanta area with program management. When a county has a sales tax, like Gwinnett County has a sales tax, we help manage those funds and get those products out the door. We do a lot of work with local governments that are smaller in nature. The Transportation Enhancement Program that Georgia DOT runs is another program that we help GDOT manage and run. But we do everything from surveying to design, you name it.
Awesome. And so what would you say maybe kind of sets you apart and what makes your company really unique?
Well, I think it is the fact that we do everything. A lot of companies are only design or maybe only construction inspection or only parks and rec. We do everything from landscape architect, parks and rec, managing vertical construction and roadway. It's not just transportation, it's pretty much every aspect of engineering.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us. Make sure you come check out Moreland Altabelli. They're also right here as soon as you walk in. You cannot miss them. And if you're looking over here live in the hall, they're directly across the way. So let's get ready to join Amy and Kelly back on set.
Thank you so much. And welcome back. Thank you so much, Nia. That's so awesome. We've seen so many great vendors out there.
A lot of vendors today.
It's like there's over 200 vendors. How many have you talked to? 90%. Yeah.
109.
No, that's great. And we want to share some exciting things that are happening at GMA that's coming up as we speak this very weekend. The GMA website is changing over. We've done a redesign of our website.
Very exciting,
yeah. And I think one of the things that we're most excited about is we're going from gmanet.com to gacities.com, which I think is really exciting because it shows really who we are, what we do. And from a staff perspective, this means that our emails will be changing. And I think gacities.com is a lot easier.
It's easier. It's more catchy. It's like it's who we are.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also ties in with our social media. It's like, if you want to follow us on Twitter, I'll make a shameless plug. It's at gacities.com.
Right.
So it's just easier to connect all the dots together. And of course, as our emails are changing over, people continue to email us at gmanet.com. It's going to roll over to the GA Cities. So we should not lose any connectivity with people trying to reach out to us. And then Kelly, you've been working on a really exciting new project too.
Yes.
So share about that.
So we like to call, it's not a full association rebrand because we were already amazing, right? And
I like to say
a facelift. It's a brand refresh. So super excited. We have our magazine. So everyone knows we have the newspaper, which is jam-packed of really nice, awesome content. Came out 10 times a year. But we're taking that content, consolidating it into a sleek magazine. And that will come out 6 times a year. So really excited. We will reveal the cover later today. Excited about that. We went back and forth. So we were Amy calls it Frankenstein. So we were literally what font would look well,
Right.
what colors look well. So it's been a really awesome experience, and we're really excited, as kind of, we changing with the times, still remaining very true to our mission and really wanting to put the cities out there and shine that
Right.
light on them that they may not get. So we'll still have the same content. Going to be highlighting cities.
It's going to be so pretty, just from the examples of the spreads that we've seen. And I think it is great content that we have in there.
Right.
And you do a great job of
thank
curating that writing and finding people to write and getting the right stories and the right images. So it's really exciting to really showcase it in a new and fresh way. And I think most of the features are going to, things that people are used to seeing in the newspaper.
Right.
A lot of those things are still going to be there. But share some of the, are there new things that you're going to try to be doing?
Definitely. So we'll have a theme. So we're going to stick with the theme, but we're also going to really highlight smaller cities that may not have full stories, but are still Georgia gems. So really going to be still very intentional about, how we have the roundup page. We'll still be able to highlight those cities and just learn about our neighboring cities that we may not know about. Or, a city in South Georgia, you're going to meet some cities in Middle Georgia that you didn't know about. So really kind of have those components that are just true to Georgia and you can't find anywhere.
I am still so excited. I'm going to make this happen. I swear I'm going to make this happen in the next 6 months, where I'm going to just go out and do a week of detourism.
I mean, you've been talking about this and I am waiting for it. I need it, and you're the only person that can do it.
I did it a little bit on my way here.
Okay.
And it was. I mean, it's just so pretty to get off the interstates and kind of go city to city. And really, I went through Juliet on my way here, and which is where Fried Green Tomatoes. A lot of that was filmed.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Such a pretty little town, and to be able to bring those to attention of other people, and just if you're not in a rush to get somewhere, I always say get off the interstate and see what's going. I mean, and I want to stop and find out from people okay, what's the best place to eat around here?
Right. Detourism with food.
Right.
That would be my thing.
And shopping.
Right.
This is gonna be a really expensive trip for me. So no, we're excited about this magazine and the website, and I think one of the things with the website is, both the magazine and the website have some similar design elements. So kind of, again, that whole brand refresh, but also with the website, easier navigation for our members. That is one of the things that we've heard when we were doing the exploratory side of what we need to do with the redesign, is that because we are so many things to so many people, getting where you need to go on our website can be a little bit challenging sometimes. And so hopefully with the new navigation, it is very much user experience first, to help people get around and learn about, we've got new services we're going to be offering. And
that's exciting, yeah.
Yeah,
doing some pilot stuff.
I feel like there's always so much going on at GMA. We started with it. We just rolled out for our members this It Starts With Me campaign.
For
workforce development. That was a big thing we heard from our workforce development task forces. Cities, as so many industries, challenged to find workers, and cities are no different. And one of the things that we heard was, we talked to city officials, our city employees. What do you like about working for your city? And we love being able to be in service to
serve,
to our communities. So we worked with a marketing firm, Mop Dog, who created the materials that cities can use.
It looks great,
yeah, and it really highlights the individuals and what the benefits are. And the benefits are not so much that monetary benefit; it is the personal gratification.
Yeah. Like we heard yesterday from the council member in Centerville, just one, he's serving in a volunteer capacity, but for that staff, it's how do we make this attractive? And just seeing all the tools that we have for cities, I mean, they have to take advantage of it.
That's right. Yeah, there is so much that we do that I think really does help cities, and and it always, I will say this for GMA, we are always listening to our members and trying to figure out what is it next, what do they need, and we're piloting a cyber security assessment program.
That's so
that's
important.
That's gonna be really cool. Just always a lot going on. We're encouraging people. What day is my favorite day of the year? City Hall Selfie Day,
Oh,
Kelli?
City Hall Selfie Day. Oh, gosh. I'm really on this. It's in the middle of July. So it's coming up. It's coming up.
It's July 15th-ish?
Yes. Yeah, so it's around 5th. I think it's always falls on the 15th unless it's a weekend. So we're going to get that date to you.
Yeah, but no, it's
we win every year.
Right,
so we have to win again this year.
Exactly. The challenge is out there. Florida, we're watching you. That's the big rivalry.
Yeah, they came for us last year, but
my dream is to get a set of twins doing City Hall selfies in Twin City, Georgia. This is literally top of my bucket list.
So we have detourism in. Okay, we got 2 things to do.
And I know some twins, and I'm going to put them in the car and kidnap them and take them there. So
let's do it.
Yeah, so always a lot going on at GMA, a lot going on here, and we're just excited to have all our our close friends and family here with us for
2,000 cousins.
2,000 cousins. That's exactly what it feels like, and we love them all.
Right.
And so thank you guys for joining us here today for Live in the Hall, and it's been so much fun again. And I think we may have one more special guest later that we're going to talk to.
Yeah.
But this is us closing out for now and going off to do some more adventurous things today.
Right.
So thank you all so much for joining us.